Hey Scorpio, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check for April 29th through the 26th for all Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I want to thank you all so much for watching my channel, subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. I really appreciate your support. And if you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, or if you want to do that, and hit the bell to be notified when new videos are posted. And that's about every week, except for this week. I have a video I'm going to post in a day or two for your seasonal tarot check, and that's for the months of May, June, July, and August. So check back in the next day or two, and those should be posted for you. But for now, let's see what April 19th through the 26th has to say for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, we go day by day. We start with Sunday with the Knight of Wands. Monday, the Seven of Swords. This card has shown up in every single reading. I don't know what is going on, if quarantining is making people nuts and dishonest, but anyway, the energy keeps appearing. Tuesday, you've got the Ten of Cups. Wednesday, you've got the Fool. Thursday, you have the Eight of Cups. Friday, the Three of Wands. Saturday, you do have the Hermit. And then on Sunday, you have the Nine of Swords. So you begin the week here. Let's talk a minute about the energy of the cards. You have fire, you have air, you have water, you have Virgo here. Yeah. So we start off here with the Knight of Wands, and this Knight of Wands, it's all about taking action. This is actually, you're moving forward with something, and it may be, you know, again, we're not doing a lot of face-to-face stuff still, but I feel like you may be moving forward with something through talking on the phone, texting, some kind of a relationship. But I do feel like there's some instability in it, and it may just be the timing is not great. It's like this person comes in really rushing in, and they're kind of fun and exciting, but it's almost frightening. It almost feels like they've got a very like devil may care attitude. It's like they like a lot of attention, they're full of excitement, but they can be kind of, I just feel like this person can be kind of unreliable. It's like they show up out of nowhere, and then they just kind of disappear, or they're very, you know, simple basic texts, things like that. Monday, like I said, you've got this Seven of Swords here, and there's definitely a level of dishonesty. This can also be too where somebody's talking about you behind your back, so if you're aware of that. It's really a cautionary card because 7's a lucky number, so if you're cautious and you're aware of something that doesn't feel right to you, step away from it. You know, it's just a spectacle. Let the spectacle pass by. And again, if you have a new relationship and the person's kind of hot and cold, you may be onto something if you suspect that there's more to it than just they're just kind of immature and unorganized. It's probably more than just that. There's something more, I think more of a motive than that. Tuesday, you've got a great energy coming in with this Ten of Cups. So certainly this is like joy and happiness for everybody. And some of that might be seeing somebody for who they are and kind of releasing it and going, you know what? That was fun, but I think I want more than that. That's what I feel like. You want more than that. And I do think if you've had somebody who's been kind of in and out, you may decide to move on without them. But either way, I do feel like there's financial stability here. You may be getting some communication at work too that's forward moving and more reassurance and feeling a lot more security than maybe you have in about a month or so. Wednesday, you've got a brand new clean slate coming towards you. And he, yes, is impulsive. He kind of acts and doesn't really worry about the consequences. He just kind of moves forward, but there's infinite potential here with a 0. So know that, you know, remember that you can have, do, or be anything. And so with this Fool, you're on this journey, and in life, your soul is always victorious. It's our ego that gets hurt. The soul doesn't hurt. The soul just keeps going down the path. It's the ego that clings on to things. So if there's any part of you at all, remove that thorn, let it go. Remove that thorn right out of that white rose because it doesn't serve you. So you're definitely being guided and taken on a direction. And I honestly think by Thursday, you're moving towards higher ground. You are moving on from, like I said, something that was unstable, somebody that was coming in and was just kind of in and out. And I think throughout the week, you're going to move farther and farther away from that because you're being led towards something a lot better. And again, you've got the Hermit coming up too, which is, again, more guidance. But I definitely think, Scorpio, for those of you that have been working on yourself, investing in yourself, it's definitely time to move on to that higher ground and see what else is out there for you. And you've got a hint of progress coming forward by Friday with the Three of Wands. So again, this is, it's an action card. But it's also too, like, realizing that your journey's just beginning. And I think you're really going to be taking a different path. I think there was, like I said, somebody that came in and they were cute and fun and stuff, but there's just something about them that you don't trust. And I definitely think you're being led down a different path. So when the Hermit shows up on Saturday, the Hermit is always an indication that you are on the right path. And so you are being led, he's got this lantern in the night here that he leads you with. And it's a time to seek solitude. So there's not a lot of speed in this in general anyway, except for from the beginning here. But it's like over the weekend, would be a great weekend just to kind of take a break, take a breather, go within, and you will get so much more clarity on where is it that you're really going. I would definitely check back for my seasonal tarot check to see what's coming next. Because I think like this week is just the energy is just very kind of methodical. And again, once it's done, you'll have a lot more clarity. So Sunday, you do have a bit of a restlessness about you with this Nine of Swords. It can definitely be about being too critical, and so can the Hermit. The Hermit's also guidance to let go of self-criticism. So if you've been hard on yourself, it's time to let go of that, because overthinking, worrying, and analyzing, all that does is generate more anxious feelings, and that will just attract more situations where you can be anxious, because the universe answers and goes, oh, you want to be anxious. Here's more things to be anxious about. So step outside of that, because if it's not happening today, don't worry about it anyway. It's all about learning to detach from the outcome, isn't it? The ego's in the outcome business, the soul is not. So this is an Abraham Hicks asking in his given card. My uncontrolled thoughts are not to be feared. There is no reason to worry about your thoughts, for they are not like a loaded gun that may wreak powerful and instantaneous destruction. For you have plenty of time, as soon as you become aware of any negative feelings, to begin to choose other less resistant thoughts, and thereby choose a more desired outcome. So, it really does go along with this, because if you're starting to get into that, then you want to pivot and choose that better feeling thought. So this is a Whispers of Love card. So for those of you that did have this limping, wounded knight that you had to shoo away, you are on a journey, and you may be finding new love coming in. This is embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. So you can see there's this young girl that's clinging to the neck of the spirited unicorn. And the unicorn's lifting the child out of a situation. So this is just telling you that you're in a period of growth, and you're learning how to better understand yourself. And through that, self-knowledge is when we know the universe, when we know ourselves. And that's when we can really attract the most compatible, best mates for us. So I love you so much, Scorpio. I will be back in about a day or two with your seasonal tarot check. I'll be very interested to see what comes up for you in the next 4 months. See you then.